Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have what looks like a what if episode, as in a strange turn of events, Pink Floyd's Roger Waters fired some shots at Drake and The Weeknd that sparked huge debates on social media so far and a few surprises. We also have another one to add to the list of people who credit Eminem for getting them into hip-hop music, this time Pete Davidson, who recently shared a hilarious story about the Eminem show. We also have more from Jay-Z, and he recently spoke about social media. So first we'll start with the unexpected that happened a few hours ago when Roger Waters made headlines. Roger Waters claims he's far more important than Drake and The Weeknd. And from the report, speaking to a Canadian newspaper, the Globe and Mail, Waters said he was far more important than both artists, adding that it seemed odd that The Weeknd's Toronto show was covered more than his, despite it ultimately being cancelled. I have no idea what or who The Weeknd is because I don't listen to much music, the musician told the publication. People have told me he's a big act. Well, good luck to him. I've got nothing against him. Would it not have been possible to review his show one night and my show another night? With all due respect to The Weeknd or Drake or any of them, he added, I am far more important than any of them will ever be, however many billions of streams they've got. There is stuff going on here that is fundamentally important to all of our lives, and this has sparked some interesting reactions on social media. For instance, this was shared on Twitter comparing their monthly listeners right now, and the reactions to this are not exactly what I expected since it's Twitter. The user states, dudes that only listen to rap don't know how goated Roger Waters is, he's right. To which a user responds, I'm surprised even one person told the truth in this comment section. But many others followed. But first, for some context, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, based on Week's chart, is pretty much the most relevant album of all time in the United States. It spent 962 weeks on the chart, and overall global estimates put the band as the 7th bestseller of all time, over 235 million albums sold globally. Drake and The Weeknd combined, coming at 161 million equivalent albums sold globally, fueled by streams. So comparing monthly listeners was a bad move in this situation. The user expands on this, you're talking about streams when that man sold millions of actual records? The F are you talking about? Now of course he came off as salty, in my opinion, because of the press coverage he didn't get, but comparing monthly listeners ain't it in this case. Hence more reactions like, anybody trying to clown Roger Waters for this take doesn't know music. Pink Floyd has classic albums and has made genre-defining music. Can't say the same for the Canadians. Although on the other end, some believe if you're dressed as Pink Floyd's singer, that tells me everything I need to know. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this from Roger Waters. And moving on to the next point, Jay-Z put it short and simple when asked about what he thinks of social media by Kevin Hart.
I believe in evolution. Okay. So whatever form it is, I accept that. For me, it's not for me. It's not for me to engage. I didn't grow up in that space. Yeah. So I don't engage in that space.
He explained that on a few occasions when he joined IG were either accidental or just for promotional purposes. And check this out, he's right. An artist shouldn't put himself through the horrors that experts without expertise say about him every day. Then his career doesn't need social media, his fans are loyal. It's another generation. I agree with this, especially acts who predate streaming, as sharing too much takes out the mystery usually associated with superstars. Adele once explained how the age of the superstar is dying, and I believe social media is a huge contributing factor.
I don't think there'll ever be that many of us again at the top doing it the way we were doing it.
Everything kind of just
well, it's just so we came out when people before streaming. We came out before streaming. We came out before all the social media frenzies of like, you've got 5 seconds to entertain, otherwise get out.
Moving on to the next point, Pete Davidson recently shared a story about the first record he ever bought.
Record I ever bought was the Eminem show, right? Okay. It's the first, I was like 9, it was sick, right? A lot of cursing, loved it. But my mom was like, you're too young for this. When you're like 12 or whatever, we'll like talk about it. I was like, all right. My mom loved Rod Stewart, so what I did was I made like a print, like a disc, like a Rod Stewart cover, and I pasted it on top of the Eminem show. So my mom would be like, what are you listening to? And I'd be like, and she'd be like, Rod Stewart. She just must have thought I was just like
a huge Rod Stewart
at
age 9.
Never heard one Rod Stewart song.
And in reaction to this, I see that it's the same for some other people about Eminem's appearance at first. Check this out, I was 17 when Slim Shady LP came out. I actually heard Just Don't Give a F a few months before that. It was on the Bodies DJ's mix CD. I didn't know it was white till the My Name Is video came out. This is anecdotal, but most people I know say the same about Eminem. When they first had his music back then, they had no idea he was white at first. But back on topic, some believe this is hilarious considering who his best friend is. But I believe this is also the same case for MGK. I'm sure Eminem got him into the genre, just like Tyler, Frank Ocean, and many others, which is expected based on their age, as Eminem's the biggest artist of the 21st century in the world. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.